1. Happiness leads to success. One of the key arguments in the happiness advantage is that happiness is not just a result of success but actually a driving force behind it. Traditionally, people believe that if they work hard and achieve their goals, whether it's a promotion, financial stability, or academic excellence, they will finally be happy. However, Sean Achor challenges this idea, showing through research in positive psychology that happiness comes first and leads to greater success in various aspects of life. Achor explains that when individuals are happy, their brains function at a higher level. Positive emotions trigger the release of dopamine and serotonin, which not only make people feel good but also enhance cognitive function, creativity, and problem-solving abilities. Happy people tend to be more productive, more motivated, and better at handling challenges. This is known as the happiness advantage, a state where individuals who cultivate positivity are more likely to succeed in their careers, relationships, and personal growth. Studies also show that employees who are happy tend to be 31% more productive, have 37% higher sales, and are 3 times more creative than their less happy counterparts. This effect extends beyond the workplace. Students who adopt a positive mindset perform better academically, and athletes with an optimistic attitude tend to achieve greater success. Achor encourages readers to shift their mindset by engaging in habits that promote happiness, such as practicing gratitude, engaging in acts of kindness, and building strong social connections. By prioritizing happiness first, individuals can set themselves up for long-term success rather than chasing achievements in the hope of finding happiness later. 2. The fulcrum and the lever. Sean Achor introduces the concept of the fulcrum and the lever to explain how mindset shapes our ability to succeed. This principle is inspired by Archimedes' famous statement, "Give me a place to stand, and with a lever, I will move the world." In the context of happiness and success, the fulcrum represents our mindset, the way we perceive and interpret our circumstances, while the lever symbolizes the effort and strategies we use to achieve our goals. By adjusting our fulcrum, our perspective, and lengthening our lever, our potential, we can unlock greater success and personal growth. Achor argues that many people limit their potential by having a fixed mindset. They believe their abilities, intelligence, or circumstances are unchangeable, which restricts their performance. However, by shifting their perspective, believing in growth, resilience, and the ability to improve, they increase their potential and achieve more. This is similar to how a longer lever allows someone to move a heavier object with less effort. For example, if a person sees their job as a boring obligation, their performance will likely suffer. But if they shift their perspective and view their job as an opportunity for learning and contribution, they will become more engaged, productive, and successful. The same applies to challenges. Those who perceive obstacles as opportunities for growth tend to overcome difficulties more effectively. Achor provides practical ways to shift our mindset, such as reframing challenges as opportunities rather than threats, adopting a growth mindset, believing that abilities can be developed through effort, practicing gratitude, which helps focus on positive aspects of life rather than limitations. By learning to adjust our fulcrum, how we see the world, and optimize our lever, how we take action, we can significantly enhance our ability to achieve success and happiness. 3. The Tetris Effect. Sean Achor introduces the Tetris Effect as a way to explain how our brains develop habitual patterns of thinking based on what we repeatedly focus on. The term comes from a psychological study in which people played Tetris for extended periods. After playing for hours, they began seeing Tetris-like patterns everywhere in real life, such as arranging boxes neatly or mentally fitting objects together. This illustrates how the brain adapts to repeated experiences and forms lasting thought patterns. Achor applies this concept to everyday life, explaining that our mindset is shaped by what we train our brain to notice. If we constantly focus on problems, mistakes, or negative aspects of life, our brain becomes wired to look for more negativity, leading to stress, anxiety, and decreased performance. On the other hand, if we train ourselves to recognize opportunities, solutions, and positive aspects of situations, we can reprogram our brains to adopt a more optimistic and productive mindset. For example, lawyers are trained to find flaws and errors, which helps them in their profession but often spills into their personal lives, making them overly critical. Similarly, if someone is constantly scanning for stressor at work, they might bring that negativity into their relationships and personal interactions. To break the negative Tetris effect, Achor suggests actively rewiring our brains by practicing positive habits, such as keeping a gratitude journal. Writing down 3 positive things each day helps train the brain to focus on the good. Practicing acts of kindness, helping others fosters a habit of seeing positivity in interactions. Reframing experiences, instead of dwelling on failures, focus on what can be learned from them. By consciously training our minds to see the positive, we can develop a positive Tetris effect, making us more resilient, motivated, and successful in both personal and professional life. 4. Falling up. Sean Achor introduces the concept of falling up to explain how people can use failure and adversity as a stepping stone to greater success. Instead of being defeated by setbacks, those who practice falling up learn to see challenges as opportunities for growth, allowing them to emerge stronger and more resilient. Achor highlights that when people face difficulties, they often take one of three paths. They stay stuck, letting failure define them and prevent progress. They fall downward, allowing the setback to make them even worse off than before. They fall upward, using adversity to propel themselves to a better place than they were before. Psychologists refer to this as post-traumatic growth, the ability to become stronger and wiser as a result of struggles. Unlike post-traumatic stress, where people become overwhelmed by adversity, post-traumatic growth occurs when individuals use hardships as a learning experience to improve their mindset and skills. Achor shares an example of athletes who, after suffering injuries, develop new strategies, mental toughness, or leadership skills that make them stronger in the long run. Similarly, entrepreneurs who experience business failures often gain valuable insights that help them succeed in future ventures. The key difference between those who stay down and those who fall up is mindset. Successful individuals focus on what they can learn from the experience rather than dwelling on the setback itself. To develop a falling up mindset, Achor suggests reframing failure as a lesson. Instead of asking, "Why did this happen to me?" ask, "What can I learn from this?" Finding meaning in setbacks, look for ways adversity can lead to personal or professional growth. Building resilience, strengthening mental and emotional flexibility helps in bouncing back faster from setbacks. By training ourselves to adopt this perspective, we can turn even the most challenging situations into opportunities for growth and future success. 5. Social investment. Sean Achor emphasizes that strong social connections are one of the most powerful tools for happiness and success. In The Happiness Advantage, he explains that during times of stress, challenge, or failure, many people withdraw from others, isolating themselves in an attempt to cope. However, this is the opposite of what they should do. Instead of retreating, individuals should invest in their social relationships, a strategy that increases resilience, happiness, and overall success. Achor presents research showing that people with strong social support networks tend to perform better in work and life. Studies indicate that those who actively nurture relationships experience less stress, recover from adversity faster, and even live longer. Social connections act as a buffer against mental and emotional difficulties, providing encouragement, guidance, and motivation during tough times. For example, employees who feel connected to their colleagues are more engaged, productive, and satisfied with their jobs. Similarly, individuals with strong personal relationships are more likely to maintain a positive mindset, which enhances their ability to solve problems and navigate challenges. Even small moments of social interaction, like greeting coworkers warmly or checking in on friends, can have a significant impact on well-being. To cultivate social investment, Achor suggests prioritizing relationships, make time for friends, family, and colleagues, even during busy periods. Engaging in acts of kindness, helping and supporting others strengthens bonds and increases happiness for both parties. Building a support network, surrounding yourself with positive, encouraging people enhances resilience and motivation. By actively investing in social relationships, individuals can create a strong foundation for both personal happiness and long-term success. In short, happiness is not just an individual pursuit, it thrives in connection with others.